My name is Trey Best, and I've been mountain biking for almost a decade now.
Go, Trey!
Oh!
When I was 11, I hopped on a yellow Walmart bike and I was immediately hooked. Soon after, I began racing downhill all throughout the southeast. After some bike upgrades, my first experience on a team, and a few national level events, I had a major injury in 2018, which resulted in surgery to place 2 screws in my ankle. After nearly a year of recovery, I transitioned from downhill racing to enduro. In 2019, I had my eyes set on qualifying for the Enduro World Series. In the off-season, I trained with local pros, and my work paid off, as I finished 7th in the first EWS qualifier event. After getting sick toward the end of the season, I decided to shift my career towards media creation, since I preferred the creative side of riding over the stress of racing. After my freshman year of high school, I began to question my sexuality. But because I lived in the Bible Belt and attended a Christian school, I was quick to internalize any suspicion. By the time I was a senior, the denial began to shift into acceptance, yet something else didn't feel quite right. When I first learned about the non-binary identity, I thought it was primarily a fashion statement. To my understanding then, gender was not very different from sex. Certain people just dress differently. I began to learn, however, that gender is different. Gender identity isn't just the way one presents themselves to others, but also the way one internally feels. As I began to explore how the categories of male and female didn't seem to match who I am as a person, the process of denial began all over again.
You know, as soon as the camera turned on, you literally stopped smiling right away.
You're just saying that to make me laugh.
Not true.
Welcome back to another episode of Trey Downhill's Pisgah, Wilsons Creek area trails. Woohoo. People call this trail Lettered Rock when it's actually called Lettered Rock Ridge. Trust me. I guess someone saw this ridge and decided to call it Lettered Rock. Thanks for tuning in. Perfect.
Let's do a little interview on the spot. Still clipped in.
Yeah, I'm totally clipped in.
What happened?
Just a little dirt nap.
You're looking good.
Hey, I'm still clipped in. I'm good to go.
Alright, hold on. I'll buff out.
Thanks. I'm like so sweaty too.
You are.
Even with my personal struggles and uncertainty, mountain biking has always been a consistent part of my well-being. I felt the best when the only things that existed were my bike and I. My bike gave me the space I needed to get away from everything I was dealing with for a moment. It was a place for me to challenge myself and overcome obstacles on my own terms. It provided me with relationships that I truly valued, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I didn't completely belong within the community. Growing up as a cyclist felt like a balancing act. I was stuck between being myself and feeling even more alone by playing the role of the cliché mountain biker. Everyone plays the role of a mountain biker to some extent, whether it's in the way they dress by buying the newest kit, the kinds of videos they watch on the internet, or the slang they use around their friends. From my experience in the South, a common role often takes the form of being tough, loud, and manly. Many of the people I grew up with were amazing people, yet always being within an atmosphere of intense masculinity made me feel ostracized, or at the very least, tired. Growing up spending time on cycling websites also shaped my experience within the community. As a younger person, seeing the worst of the mountain biking community displayed online disappointed me. These trolls' worldviews were quite predictable, yet sometimes received support from other mountain bikers. As I began realizing my identity, I became more aware of the lack of people outside of the predictable cycling demographic. Can the average mountain biker name 5 out queer professional athletes? If not, why? What could personally be done to change this? The space between loving a sport so much, yet also feeling alone within it, is a strange place to be. Mountain biking can be life-changing. It has an inherent value that can benefit anyone, whether it's for the purpose of finding community, pursuing personal growth through facing one's fears and progressing, seeing the beauty of nature, or just having fun. Nobody should be prevented from experiencing the emotions and sensations that come with riding a bike. As a queer athlete, I can attest that visibility is important. When I was a teenager, if I met an out non-binary rider at my local bike park, let alone a World Cup or EWS event, it would have meant the world to me. At the same time, visibility is not everything. There are already queer mountain bikers riding everywhere, and it is important that these people are able to enjoy the sensations of riding and the feeling of community that mountain biking offers in the same way that anybody else would.
Trey Best out of Franklin, Tennessee.
Should I go? I said, send me. Where should I go? There's so much I wish that I had. Another room to house, and there wouldn't be so bad. I said, now send me. Where should I go? Send me. Where should I go? Straight in the other room, there's a bright light. Maybe across the sea, but that don't feel quite right. I said, now send me. Where should I go?
Mountain biking has been such a positive force in my life. With some work, it can be even better for all people.